In this video, I'm going to show you how to automatically reinvest your dividends. I'll also reveal why it's a good idea to do this if you are a long-term investor. Let's get right into it. So firstly, what is a DRP? A dividend reinvestment plan, or DRP for short, allows an investor to reinvest their cash dividends to buy new shares in a company. This is a good idea if you are a long-term investor because there are a number of advantages. One, you can save on brokerage fees. If you receive your dividend and want to reinvest it yourself, you'll have to go to your broker and pay a brokerage fee to buy more shares. With a DRP, your new shares are automatically allocated to you with no fees whatsoever. Two, you may be able to get a small discount on the new shares. Some companies or funds offer a 1 to 5% discount if you partake in a DRP. And three, it is a time saver and makes your life easier. As with most things automatic, it saves a lot of your time and energy. You won't have to worry about forgetting to reinvest or having to make sudden decisions on what to do with the dividends coming through every quarter. Alright, so how do you set up DRP? Well, before you can do this, you need to find out where your shares are registered. Every company on the ASX appoints a share registry to manage their shareholders and other admin work that comes with it. A share registry will act as a middleman between the company and their shareholders. They help organize shareholder matters like payments of dividends, company reports, and shareholder voting. The main share registries in Australia include Computershare, Link Market Services, and Boardroom. You can find out which one your company is registered under by going on the ASX website and entering your company name. For example, I'll use a popular ETF like VGS. So let's enter VGS here. And let's scroll all the way down, and you will see that VGS uses Computershares. In fact, I believe all Vanguard ETFs use Computershare. I'll now hop onto my computer and show you how to register your stocks with Computershare and set up your DRP in the process. Alrighty, so as you can see, we're here on the Computershare main page, and let's click on Login to Investor Center. Okay, so now it brings you to this screen. So if you've already set up an account, then you can click Login. But if this is your first time, then click Register Now. So now you'll be taken to this page, and it's asking for your address location. So click Australia if that's where you're from. And of course, if you're outside of Australia, then you can select your country that you're from. But I'm guessing most of you are from Australia, so let's just select Australia. And then it will ask you for your SRN and HRN number. So if you bought your shares from an Australian online broker, then it will most likely be a HRN number. HRN stands for Holder Identification Number, and it's a unique number that identifies you as a CHESS-sponsored shareholder with a broker. CHESS-sponsored basically means you own the shares directly, and if there's ever a problem, it will be under your name. A HIN will usually start with a letter X followed by 10 numbers, as shown in this example. You can find this HIN number from letters that they may have sent to you, or you can log into your online broker and find it there. Or if you have a buy confirmation from your broker, then you should be able to see your HIN on there. Okay, so let's enter your HIN number and enter your postcode. Then you enter the company that you own the shares in. So for example, if you own VAS, then you enter VAS and it should pop up there. In fact, I believe all Vanguard ETFs are with Computershares, so if you type in Vanguard, then it should bring up all their ETFs. I believe iShares are also registered under Computershare, so let's try iShares. And there you go, there's some iShares ETF for you there. So if you enter something that's not with Computershares, so let's try BetaShares, then it won't pop up. I believe BetaShares is under Linked Market, so for now let's just stick with VAS. Okay, let's now enter these letters to prove to the computer that we are not a robot. And it's up to you if you want to click this, but I'll just leave it off for now. And then I'll just go to agree and continue. Okay, so if all your previous information was correct, then it will take you to this screen. So all you have to do is enter your details like your name, email address, phone number, and set up your user ID and password and a few other security measures. Once you're done, click next, and it should ask you to confirm your email. And once everything is confirmed, you'll be sent to this summary page where you can start setting up your account. For privacy reasons, I have blurred out most of the screen, so I do apologize. But I just don't want you guys coming in and copying my trades. It's very important to do your own research and have convictions in your own investments. So these are my recent payments, and I have received some dividends recently, so it's just showing it here. And this area shows my portfolio, so it shows all my holdings that I currently own. Again, I apologize for blurring this out, but it does give you an idea of what it should look like. Okay, so the best way to set up your account is to go to My Profile. Okay, first I'll show you how to set up your DRP. So let's click Reinvestment Plans. And once you get here, select the holding that you want to set up DRP for. So I've selected this old holding that I'm no longer involved in. It says participating securities withdrawn, but for you, you should say not a participant. So if you're setting up a DRP for the first time, you click apply. So once you get to this page, you want to click full participation. This means 100% of your dividends will all be auto reinvested. And once you're happy with that, then click this box and select agree and continue. And if you're happy with everything, then click confirm. And that's it, you're done. It's as easy as that. If you have more than one holding that you want to set to DRP, then just re-click reinvestment plans and do the same for all your holdings. And while you're on this page, you can update all your other details. For example, your tax details. You might want to update your tax file number or ABN for tax purposes. Now let's select banking details. If for whatever reason you don't want to reinvest your dividends, then you can choose to be paid out in cash. So just go to payment method and select your option. I'm guessing for most people, you want to be paid into an Australian bank account, so let's select that. Click next. And select all if you want to apply it to all your holdings, and click next. Okay, since I'm already an existing user, I can select the account that I already set up. But since you are a new user, then you want to click add new payment instruction. And from there you can enter your bank details and click next. And after that you should be taken to a review page and you just confirm everything. And that's it, you're all set. A question you may have is what happens to the leftover money after you receive your shares. So say you get paid $100 in dividends, but each share is worth $30 each. That means you would get 3 brand new shares and about $10 left over. Well, that $10 will just sit there in the Computershare's account until your next dividend payout, and then it will be added onto your next payment. So I hope that clears up that question. Alright, let's now move on to Link Market Services. To get onto this page, we need to go on Google and enter Link Market Register and just click the first link. And from there, it will ask you for the issuer name. This is a bit different from Computershares where they ask you for your actual holdings, but here they ask you for the issuer name. Now I know all BetaShares ETFs use Link Market Services, so let's enter BetaShares, and there it is. And then we need to enter our HIN or SRN number as before, and enter our postcode. And then click I'm not a robot, and continue. And after this, it may take you to another screen where you'll have to enter more details, but it's very similar to Computershare, so just do the same thing. And once everything has been approved, you'll be able to access this main page. Again, I apologize for the blurred screen, but this gives you an idea what it looks like. Now there are 2 ways to set up your DRP in Link Market. The easiest way is to hover over payment and tax and just select reinvestment plans. And it'll bring you to this page. But I want to show you another method. So let's go back to holdings. And down here you want to select one of your holdings and click view details. And then it should bring you to this page. And here you can see the reinvestment plan. So if you click that, it will just take you back to the same page. Now the reason I want to show you this method is because all the important things are all in one page. So you got your payment history, tax history, and you can update your payment instructions. You can update your communication options and your address. But for the purpose of the video, let's just click reinvestment plan. Okay, so once you get to this page, make sure you've got the right holding that you want to set to DRP. And as you can see, I've already set this one to full participation. But if you're new to Link Market, it should say not a participant. So to set the DRP, we click on edit instruction and it shall bring you to this page. So I've got 3 options here: full participation, partial participation, and terminate participation. So we actually want full participation. You can actually choose partial participation, and that allows you to set how much you want to reinvest. So for example, if you only wanted 1 unit of new shares every time you get paid, then you can select that, or you can set a percentage. So say you only want 50% of your money to be reinvested, you can do that. But if you want 100% participation, then just click full participation. Then we scroll down and read all the terms and conditions, and once you're happy, click I confirm the above and click continue. And check you're happy with everything, then click continue to confirm. And that's it, it's all done for you. And here's your confirmation receipt, and you should also get something through the mail. And by the way, if you're sick of getting mail from these guys, and trust me, they send out a lot of mail, then you can actually set your communication preferences. And you can choose to receive all communications electronically by email. And that will save you from throwing away tons of letters from them, as well as saving some trees. So I do strongly recommend you do this. And that is it, we're all done guys. And there are other share registries like Boardroom that is set up very similar to Computershares and Link Market. So I don't think another demonstration is necessary. Oh, and here's a bonus tip I have for you. And this is from a mistake I made previously when selling some of my shares. After selling some shares, I forgot to switch off DRP, so a month later I received a single share worth about $100. This was quite annoying because I had to spend an extra $10 on brokerage fees to sell this single share. To avoid this happening to you, I would make sure to turn off your DRP if you ever sold your shares and make sure it's switched back to cash dividends. That way any dividends paid to you will be in the form of cash in your bank. So just a small thing to remember. Also, a common question I get is, do you have to pay taxes on dividends that are reinvested? And the answer is, yes you do. You can't escape the ATO and they don't care how you spend your dividends as long as you receive any form of dividends, whether that is in the form of cash or shares. In the end, you still have to pay tax on them. Unfortunately, there is no way around this. And some people ask me how I track my taxes for stocks. I personally use ShareSite to help me track my stocks and dividends, so when it comes to tax time, it's easy for me to print out a few reports and have all my numbers ready for me. And ShareSite is free to use for up to 10 holdings. So if you're a beginner, it'll be a perfect way to track your stocks and taxes. And there you have it friends. This is how to set up a DRP and have your dividends be reinvested automatically. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, please give it a like so it can help out more people. And consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't, because I make a ton of personal finance videos just like this one and you don't want to miss them. And if you are keen to learn more, check out these videos on the screen. And until next time, my name is Brian and I hope you make a lot of money.